Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to work on my tag for hashtag 52 tags, which was ORT. I guess it's something I don't think Americans are too familiar with, but I guess you save your scraps. Normally I guess it's food, but in this case it's your scraps of thread as you've been doing your stitching or whatever. I had a big amount. Some of the pieces were really big, so I cut them smaller. I've just been actually sticking them in this little thing. I had a pile going on for a while now, because sometimes when I would cut my thread, I might have this much left, you know. So instead of winding it back up, I would just throw it aside, thinking maybe if I was doing some tag or something needed a couple stitches, I could use it on that. So I did have these. I'm not thrilled with the color scheme I got going on here, but it's what I have, and I'm not going to cut up any of my threads to do this. So I did use just a piece of white quilting. This side has a faint red. Well, I don't think you're going to see any of this anyway. But anyway, my tag's small, as you know. My tag is actually only 4 inches from the very top to the bottom. So I'm actually able to work on about, I would say, probably 3 inches of that. And it's 2 inches wide, so you can see how small my tags are. If Anne does another one of these next year, I'm definitely making larger tags for that. But anyway, it is what it is. So this one is going to be fun, and I think pretty simple. I chose this blue to stitch my threads on. I'm hoping that it'll add a little bit of brightness to it. I don't know, my threads seem a little bit dark. So this should be relatively painful, or painless. Painful. I hope it's not painful. I've had enough pain this week. So I hope you all are having a good day. I'm not sure what day I'm going to post this video. Trying to make a few videos in advance, which I've never done before. Well, I have like a day or so, but this coming week is going to be extremely busy. I have a very unpleasant medical procedure that I have to do on Tuesday, so Monday and Tuesday I am going to be completely tied up. My daughter is coming to visit from out of state. She gets here Friday. Thursday I have a dentist appointment. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those weeks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to have a few videos to post. I did finally decide what my next project is going to be. So I'll be sharing that in a video. I'm waiting for some items to arrive. I ordered some different things on Etsy to go along with it. So I have to wait for that. And I feel like the last 2 days I really planned on like crafting. And then I would come in here and I wrapped that, and then I'll show you what I did. I've been, get my bin out here, I've been wrapping wools. I filled that, and I still have these to go. So I've been trying to get those organized, as well as the basket next to me. I have all these to wrap, so I've been dealing with this for a long time, and I'm like, you know, I you spend money on stuff, you need to take care of it, and it's becoming quite the nuisance to try to work out of like that. But a lot of my DMC flosses I had already had wrapped. I got a whole box full of those, but I mean, I have others in there that haven't been wrapped, and I don't know. I just started doing that one day because I was trying to figure out what I wanted my next project to be. And I just started doing that, and then I've been spending a lot of time thinking that while I'm doing it, perhaps I'll come up with an idea of what it is I wanted to do next. But I found some inspiration, and then, you know, the way it works out. I will tell you it's going to be a traveler's notebook size journal. I'm just using my ort. I can't remember if it specifically stands for something or if that's just a phrase. I had never heard of it. But I will get me a jar now and start collecting all my threads in the future too. I'm just trying to get some different colors. Seems like there's an awful lot of yellow in here, and I was looking at my tags, and I guess I've used more yellow lately than I normally do. I kept thinking, where's all this yellow coming from? I don't think I have enough. Hopefully I have enough. I should. Just a small tag. Just trying, some of the pieces I cut down a little bit small. So now I have to fuss around with those. I'm not going to give this a lot of thought. I think it'll turn out just fine. I'm liking it already. I might need to add some more, a couple spots. Nope. Don't tell me I just did what I think I did. I sure did. Did you see that? It was underneath and I went through the top. Oh no. I think I forgot to turn my microphone on. So I apologize for that. I just discovered that, and I certainly don't want to start my tag over. As I was mentioning, I'm working on my tag for hashtag 52 tags. I don't know when I will post this video. I'm trying to make, this is the first one I've made, but trying to make a few videos for this week. I have a very, very busy week. My daughter's coming in from out of state at the end of the week. So she gets in on Friday. She's not gone home till next Tuesday. And then I have some medical procedure and dentist appointment. Just a really, really, really full week. So I wanted to try to get at least a few videos ready to post while all that was going on. And in case you didn't hear me, I feel like a broken record now, but in case you didn't hear me, this week's tag has to do with your ort jar, which I was just commenting that I had never heard of an ort. But I guess it's a jar that you put your scraps in, normally food. But in this case, it was specified for your thread scraps. Just trying to make sure I have these secured. Can't. I feel like that's gonna, let me just put another stitch right there. Okay. On here. I'm just trying to wad these up in some sort of fashion so that the thread I'm using to stitch will, I don't like the way that looks. I wish it had more. Pink. I'm just, as you can see, I'm just, well, I guess that's how you're supposed to do it anyway. Just ball it up and stitch it on to your heart's content. And I do have to admit, I like the messiness of it. Not a whole lot going on in this world of mine. I hope you're all doing well. Last couple days have been, just been feeling exhausted. Came in here yesterday with full intentions of making a video. I did figure out, what I wanted to do next. And that always takes me forever. And then as I made my mind up, I decided I needed, papers and ephemera pieces that would go with it. With the theme is what I'm trying to do. I don't know how. I always have an idea when I'm creating a journal of, I don't like the way this is laying here. I feel like it needs to be more. Mine's going to be pretty thick. I'm piling it on. But anyway, sort of a theme. But it seems like whenever I start with the vision of what I think this journal is going to be, what the inside's going to look like or whatever, I always seem to go off on a tangent. You know what I mean? It becomes something different than what was originally planned. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but for me personally, I just wish one time that I could actually complete something with the intention I had for it in the beginning, Just making sure some of these things don't fall out. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Pretty pleased. Great, another great idea by Anne Brooks. You know, thank goodness for these people that bring us inspiration. I watched a beautiful video, it's been a couple days ago, 49 Dragonflies. A lady by the name of Carol can no longer craft due to a health reason, and she had reached out to her to see if she might be interested in purchasing some of her craft supplies because she felt like their tastes were similar. So she had made up her mind, like, you know, what pieces and what things she would like to have, and she said they went back and forth, you know, through emails confirming and all that kind of stuff. Well, then Carol sent her a huge box just full of, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful craft supplies. A lot of them Tim Holtz, stamps. Oh, I was so envious in a good way. I felt happy that she had received these items, but I was like, oh my gosh. But Carol would not take any money from her. And when she did her video, you know, she was next to tears, and I can imagine, you know, how it makes you feel like, you know, I don't deserve this or whatever. But I told her in my comment, I was like, you know what? Carol wanted to do that, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing that she did. I said, you know what I mean? You provide inspiration to thousands of people almost daily, and you know, this woman, Carol can no longer use her craft supplies, and I think she just wanted them to go to somebody that would utilize them and get the same amount of pleasure out of them that she did, you know? And she'll still be able to watch her craft with those supplies. I just thought it was very, I don't know, heartwarming. I think the junk journal community is that way anyway. I think I don't know. It was just very touching to see, you know? And I'm grateful. The point of me sharing that is, you know, like Anne, every week she's providing us with inspiration and these challenges. Rachel at Roxy Creations, who is one of my very favorite, you know, Artie Mays, everybody that's out there doing videos, and I love it because like me, I couldn't think. Like, you know, when you're working on a project, you have a million and one ideas of, oh, what I want to do next. But then when it came time for that, I couldn't think of one. I was like, what do I really want to do next, you know? And then I always visit YouTube, start watching videos, and then it just sort of comes to you, you know? And once again, it goes to, you know, how thankful we should all be that, you know, our favorite YouTubers and junk journalers are making these videos to provide us with the inspiration, you know? I can honestly say, when I'm doing something, I go all in. But usually, more times than not usually, but more times than not, I lose my interest with that, and I'm ready to move on to something else. Can you see all these threads falling out? That's what I wanted to do to see. Because Lord knows I have enough threads on my floor. What was I saying? See my mind? My mind has already gone off on another tangent. Yeah, usually, and I don't know, I've been told, and I mean, I'm not all into, what do you call it, horoscopes and all that kind of stuff. I know I'm an Aries, and I have looked, you know, I think we all have, to see whatever your horoscope might say or whatever. But it's my understanding that Aries can't stick with one thing. And I think that's why when I'm on a big project, I have to have two going on. Just to give me a break from that, I go over to the other one, then I start getting inspired about the other, you know, the one that I also am working on or whatever. And I can honestly say that, like, junk journals is something I have never grown tired of doing this. And I look forward to it every day, and I just want to be in my craft room to do it, you know? Whereas some hobbies, you do it for a while and then you're like, I'm all set on that for a while, or you get bored with it. Sorry about that. FedEx truck just... I hope they're not coming here. My dog knows the FedEx truck sound. UPS, the mailman. I don't know what anger she has, why she has anger built up for them, but she does. She barks at them all the time. And they don't have to be here. She just knows the sounds of their trucks. I'm just trying to make sure all my little strings here are as attached as possible. This is one fuzzy tag. I just love it like that. I love it. And it doesn't matter how messy the back is, because it's going to be glued down anyway, right? I'm videoing. That was my husband. He was just cleaning the pool, so I don't know. Came in to tell me something. Probably something I don't want to know. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I'm going to put all these pieces. I am going to get me a little jar. Most of my little jars I have buttons in, but I need to get a little jar for that. So I will just glue this down. I really love that. So I will be sharing with you in the next couple of days what I'm doing for my next project. It's definitely going to be a traveler's notebook. And I started some preliminary stuff, but I'm not really ready to share it yet. I don't know why. It's not like it's a huge secret, but I'm just not ready yet. And waiting for some things, like I said before, that I ordered. Put that like that, or like that. I don't think it matters. We'll just stick this up here. Hard to tell if yeah. Make sure I was making it onto the tag. Oh, I love that. I just hope all my strings don't fall out. I love it. What a great idea, Anne. Thank you. there it is. In all its thready glory. Put this back. Alright. That was great. I liked that one because it didn't require any thought. I was thinking about it prior to starting this, about like maybe putting, like I have buttons here just for something else I was playing around with. But I thought, oh, you could do little shapes with buttons, and I was like, nope, you know what? I just like the idea of it just being crazy. Let your hair out, or hang down, or whatever the saying is. I love it. Well, there you have it. Here's my week. What week are we on? Week 29? Wow. This is week 29, folks. That's crazy. But I just love to go through here and check out all the tags that I have made. I'm just real excited to see when this whole thing is full. So, I hope that you enjoyed listening to me ramble on. And I'll be watching Instagram and YouTube to see your tags. I'll be back very soon. And happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.